Why does Spike has to be treated like this in this episode? Just why? Episodes that are considered good or bad for Spike? Really? The points where I had to make fun of him, except for Fluttershy? I really got nothing to say about this episode other than just very disrespectful. So disrespectful to Spike. This episode starts with Spike just handing out cookies, and he's wearing an apron, and the ponies are hiding because of the dragon migration completely flying over Ponyville, and Rainbow Dash is just basically laughing at Spike because of the apron he's wearing. And when Rarely completely talks to Spike that he's cute and stuff like that, he's kind of embarrassed, and Spike says that dragons aren't supposed to be cute. Here's my issue with this. I get that Rarely is defending Spike from Rainbow Dash. However, what she says to Spike is just wrong, since it kind of embarrassed Spike and completely hurt Spike in the inside, since he really didn't think that dragons are supposed to be cute. And when he leaves, Rarely just says, isn't he cute when he waddles? Rarely, I can understand your relationship with Spike, but seriously, that is just wrong. Anyway, Spike and Twilight try to find books about dragons, but apparently they couldn't find anything, and Spike is so disappointed. And Spike has this idea to go to the dragon migration, which everyone is completely shocked. But Twilight decides to have Spike do this alone, since it's very important to him to find out where he came from. However, Twilight, Rainbow Dash, and Rarely completely follows him. You know, I would usually side with them, except that Rainbow Dash completely the one who started this whole thing. And most of this episode is where Spike meets the other dragons, and he tries to be dragon enough to become a dragon. And most of his attempts were really weak, but even when he tries, the other dragons completely impress him. However, the dragons don't do what Spike do. At the end of the episode, the dragons tell Spike to destroy the egg that he got, but he refuses since he doesn't want to do that. And then we get to see Twilight, Rarely, Rainbow Dash saving him. And the dragons walk away, and Spike is able to keep the egg, and everyone lives happily ever after by the pony saying, "We like the way you are, Spike." Here's my issue with this episode. I know that the ponies are trying to be nice to Spike, but when they just make fun of him of being cute, it's just kind of taking it too far. Especially, dragons aren't like Spike. And the reason why that is because they're older than Spike. They're more tougher and more serious. I can understand that people say that Spike doesn't want to grow up because of stuff like this. However, it comes to a point where you have to because of what Spike is going through. Especially how his friends are literally just going against him for being cute. And while I kind of respect the fact that Rainbow Dash, Rarely, and Twilight are trying to save Spike from this, it's still not acceptable because they kind of started this whole thing because of Rainbow Dash making fun of Spike's apron. Spike deserves a little bit of more respect than that, especially that he wasn't being a joke in this episode. Unlike other Spike episodes when he's kind of a joke, here he really isn't. He just wants to know where he come from. And all we get is that in the Kurima Chronicles, Twilight got an egg, and the egg inside of it was Spike. And that's basically it. A great backstory, but I really want to see Twilight raising Spike to become her assistant. The dragons are just basically typical because they're just basically the guys who want to do very serious stuff and more dangerous stuff and yada yada. It's basically those stereotypes, but they're not bad. They're just so predictable. This episode is just sad. This Spike episode is just very depressing because of how they literally treat Spike in this episode. Even though that Spike is younger and he's still a baby dragon, it's still not right for how he gets treated in this episode. I really didn't like anything in this episode, and it's just really sad to see him getting put to the ground like this. Anyway, this episode deserves 4.5 out of 10. Not bad than any of the other Spike episodes, but still unforgiving to watch.